Yo. Uh-oh. We here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Look. It's a Savage Intellectual Soapbox episode 5. We got a question for y'all. Have you been lied to about relationships? Is all this that you believe in is a lie? I mean, all of it. Is it all a lie? You know what I'm saying? Before we get started, man, we're going to take a pause for the kizzars.
It was
Know what I
all
mean?
true.
Shout out to my man BZ, that dude. We used to read Word of magazines. No, let me stop. He said, congrats on the 200 subs. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. Now, I mean, I see the link. You can definitely come up if you want. You know what I'm saying? But have you been lied to about relationships? Savagely Humble, I'm going to let you start it off, kick it off. I'm doing a little background shit. You know what I do. Go ahead.
The true question is, let me stop. I'm gonna save that for another time. Have I been lied to? I don't think I've been lied to. I just think I haven't listened to the proper advice or the right advice. I don't think when I was told certain things, I didn't fully understand or was aware of what those said things actually was, right? So, I believe, especially me being born in the 80s, growing up in the 90s, having the parents and the grandparents, the aunties, the uncles that you had, those things that they instilled in your head was the man is supposed to provide, protect, right? So I believe that's out there. It's just that the way society is now, women want to do it, right? Women want to take care of man so bad, it's fucking mind-blowing. And I'm not saying nothing is wrong with it because I've been there, done that. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying nothing is wrong with it, but a lot of women are not allowing men to be that man that we were told men are supposed to be. You know what I mean? So I think that's where a lot of shit get mixed up at. And then you just have your bums. You have your fuck niggas that don't think that they should provide and protect their woman, their family, whatever. So I don't think I was lied to. It's just, it's more of a slight misconception of what reality really holds. You know, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I feel you, but like, okay, the reason I came up with the title is that like we follow a lot of different religious things, right? Mm-hmm. Or we've been told a lot of different religious things, or we've been told that you can only be with these many partners, or you've been told that the man is supposed to do this, the woman's supposed to do that, right?
Right.
Or you've been told you're supposed to have this many amount of kids, or not too many kids at all, right? So is that all a lie? Like, should we? My philosophy, we just need to burn everything down, start from ground zero. You know what I mean? And we need to just revamp everything. No more marriage certificates, no more none of that shit. Let's start over from scratch. Everybody get a clean bill of rights, especially our people. We need to define our own relationships. I don't want no relationship defined by somebody who colonized me. I want to define my own shit. You feel me? So that's where I'm coming from with it.
So, and I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I actually like that idea. But why does it have to be something that's set in stone? Why you can't just live your life the way you live your life? Why you have to be like, oh, this is how it should be, and this is what you should follow? Why it can't just be me being me, doing however or whatever the way that I feel to do it? Why do it have to be a guideline of it? I mean, yeah, you could see shit, you know what I'm saying, and snatch pieces from different things. I think that's how people should build anyway. But to have one set thing and like, this is it, I think that's crazy.
Because we're not protected if we protected and we judge if we do what we want. Everybody know this. Like, we're not protected if we start making our own decisions. The laws don't protect you. You know what I'm saying? Your family and all that gonna look at you different. Your friends may turn on you. You know what I mean? So that's really the thing. Like, people know this, so that's why they comply, right? They comply. You know what I mean? Salute to my man. Calls for the pause, my man Eric Vaughn. I definitely would love you to come up on this topic, man. You're talking about how you've been lied to about relationships. We definitely would love to hear from your expertise and how you feel, bro. Definitely come up. Another call for the pause from my man Stan Joseph. Stan, what up, man? You know what I mean? What's good? He always say good evening, everyone, because he on a different like time and all that. He work at night and all that. I get it. But Stan, what's good, man? Salute. But yeah, like, that like people are going to judge you. If you say, I'm going to do relationships my way, even if you want to parent your kids a certain way, they're gonna look at you like a certain way, right? So
That's their problem.
I understand that, but nobody wants to feel the backlash. You feel me?
Fuck the backlash. I mean, if you do it their way, guess what's gonna happen? They still gonna have something to say about the way you doing it their way, and you're doing it exactly the way that they were scoped it out to be, and it's still an issue on how you do it. So fuck that. Do whatever the fuck you feel and keep it pushing. Whoever don't like it, don't like it. They can motherfucking kick rocks, fall off a cliff, whatever. I'm not here for you to like what I do, but respect me though.
Oh, okay, but okay. So you don't ever feel like at times you want the people to accept some of the things you do. I mean, like at some like you don't want to always feel like damn. Every time like I'm making a decision on with someone, they making it seem like I'm like some whore. I'm like the worst person in the world. Like don't you in some level like want to feel some of that acceptance from like family, friends, people around you, like a little bit? You know what I mean? At times. I'm not saying all the time, but at times.
You're definitely going to get that from the people who understand you and know who you are. The people that feel a way against whatever you're doing don't know you. They think they know you, but they don't know you. That's the difference. I could give a fuck, but I know who's going to accept me for what I do, no matter what I do and how I do it. And I know the people that's right there riding with me because they down with the same motherfucking cause. Whoever disagree, that's them. So nah, I don't. I got enough of an acceptance, I guess, if you want to say. Nah.
Okay. All right. So okay. So you feel like you got enough of acceptance, right? So okay. So will the laws of the land allow you to do the things that you want to do, right? Salute to M3. M3, what up? What up? What up? You know what I mean? Will you be protected? You know what I mean? If you're doing certain things, if you're making certain decisions based on your relationships, you know what I mean? Will you be protected? Because that's an issue. Like, you know, people like that's why the whole marriage thing between, you know what I mean, the I would say the LGBTQ community and all that was a big thing because they didn't feel protected. They felt like they was being judged. They felt like people was coming at their head. So if you decide to live an alternative lifestyle, however that may be, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, people just gonna automatically say, "Oh, you're a whore," or "You're this," or "You're that," right?
And
automatically. What? Say it again.
And is the fuck?
Oh my gosh. No, I mean, hey, look, the views and then let me stop.
And is. What you mean? Come on, stop.
Like
it.
what I'm saying is the laws don't protect people who live that type of life. You know what I mean? There's nothing there to protect you. But if you do it their way, right? You know, you can go to court, you can get certain mandates and certain things swaying in your favor and all that. You know what I mean? You can't get that if you rock out on your own. We all know this though. You know what I mean? So I think people also feel away. Plus, like I said, it's also reputations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your reputation, well, and also we're gonna I'm gonna attack it from the religious standpoint too in a minute. You know what I mean? Thanks for the congrats, man. Appreciate you. But yeah, there's no support for you. Bless you. There's no support for you if you do it your way. You feel what I'm saying?
I definitely understand what you're saying, but again, it goes back to what I said. The people that fuck with you and know what you stand for, that's your protection right there. Those are the people that's going to protect you. You don't have to have that outside shit. People's too busy worried about what the world going to think. I don't care what the world think. I don't know the world. And the law ain't about to protect shit. Let's just be real. So, who believe in me and who riding with me, that's who I expect to protect me. That's who I know will and shall protect me. Yeah. No.
Okay. So you think people should, you know, they should kind of do relationships however they want to do them, basically.
That's your business. I'm not in the bedroom with y'all. I don't live with y'all. I don't know nothing y'all doing. So that's y'all business. You know what I mean? However you see fit to handle your relationship and to live your life with your partner, that's your choice. Who am I to have something to say about how you do your relationship? It may be things you do in your relationship that I do not agree with, But that's me. That's my opinion. That's something I'm just not okay with. That don't mean you have to, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't like it, you have to stop doing it. No, do you. Just respect me enough to not do those sad things around me. That's all.
All right, I got 3 talking points too, and I'm gonna remember all them shits because I'm dope. Now, my first talking point is so okay. My first talking point is this, right? Now, what about your standards and your morals and all that? Where does that come into play, right? Or is that subjective? Is that just, or is that your own perspective on what that means? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. But see, when you get in these sad situations or these relationships, all of those things have to be set in stone in the beginning. A lot of people don't be truthful up front and say these are my boundaries or these are my expectations. You just expect this person to know these are the things you're looking for and these are the things that trigger you or these are the things that you're not okay with. People are not going to know that unless you voice those things to them. You know what I mean? So your standards and your morals, again, that's your business. Whatever your standards and your morals is, don't mean they're gonna be the same as mine. Absolutely, excuse me. It don't mean that what you stand for, I'ma stand for. God damn.
Thank you, family.
But yeah, everything should be different. We are our own people. Why the fuck do we have to be all alike? You were born by yourself. I was born by myself. So you should be your own person. I should be my own person. Some things are going to be alike. Don't get me wrong. I don't care what nobody says. Some things are going to be alike. But then you're going to have things that you may have grew up and seen this play out. And you're like, hell no, I'm not doing that. But because you don't want to do the same thing that you seen as a child, now you look like you going against the grain because you're not doing that thing that everybody's used to. So that would be also just outside of relationships, that would be breaking generational curses. Once you start doing shit like that, people look at you differently. So it's all intermingled and intertwined and all the fucking same.
You going deep here. You brought up generational curses. All right, we going there. Okay, and that's exactly where I want you to go too. You going right down where I want you to go. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly because I'm about to bring up some other shit too. But yeah. All right, so now when it comes to religion, right? Now, you know what I'm saying? You know, you have certain views on religion. I do too, right? And you have certain ways that you kind of rock with religion, and certain ways you don't. Right. So when that comes into play as well, right? When it comes to these relationships, does the churches need to accept these people? Right? Come on in, everybody. Come on in, right? Come on in and sit down and be a part of this fellowship. Should they accept everybody? Because that's what the book tells us to do, right? It tells us to love everybody, right, and help them to be better, right? So is that what they're supposed to do, or should they have their own boundaries and rules too? Where it's like, I'm not allowing this person in here, right? Like, where do they draw the line? Where do we draw the line?
Honestly, I feel like all churches should accept everybody because, like you said, it's in the good book. If you are so-called proclaiming to follow the Bible, then you should do said things as following the Bible. So anybody should be accepted. You shouldn't have no what's the word I'm looking for?
Judgment.
No pushbacks, no judgment on any of that. But M3, we not about to go deeper to religion. That's all I'm about to say. I don't have them conversations.
Yeah, you know, M3 like to build on that too. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people watch like to build on the religion thing. And I mean, I could build on that. I mean, I'm just gonna tell you how I feel about it. And we're gonna keep it, you know, pushing. Salute to Rush. Rush, I see you, man. Take calls for a pause for my man Rush. See my man Rush in the building. What up, baby? What up? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, okay. So the church should be accepting of these people. Okay. Now I'm gonna drop the bombshell now, right? So the bombshell is this, right? Now, if we kind of feel like we may have been lied to about relationships, right? Nah, it's not a religious podcast, dog. But we go everywhere on this shit, though. We go everywhere, dog. You know how we do. We go everywhere. But my thing is this, right? My thing is this, sister, right? At the end of the day, right? Does that mean how we view love, right? Is that a lie, right? is that really based on just perception? Because I was thinking about this, earlier today, and even like a lot, recently. You know what I mean? Like how people view love and shit. Like, is that just based on their own perception? It's not really love, right? What you love is based on your own perception. It's based on how you feel about said current person. You may tell me you love this person. I'm like, yo, she lost her mind.
100%.
Right, like she literally is. Yo, we need to go see a doctor somewhere. Yo, she going. You know what I mean? But I may tell you I feel love, and you may tell me the same thing. Like, yo, something wrong with you. That's like, you talking about? Like, nah, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? He said chasing cloud. He said, hold on, cloud is a religion for some. It is. It is. Yeah. Anyone should be accepted, including minor attractive people. Wow. I feel you, bro. But listen, so that's all the perception, right? That's all the perception.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So it's not really, you know what I mean, a concrete thing. So is the love that we talking about, we feel in regards to relationship, is that a lie as well?
I don't think it's a lie. I think also, honestly, with love, it is really based off of what you have seen and what you was shown as a child on how you're going to handle it or how you're going to proceed. Don't get me wrong. You could definitely change things because, again, like I said, you've seen things as a child and you're like, yeah, nah, that wasn't right or that ain't cool. And you'll change some things up on how you would love, certain characteristics or things like that. But again, at the end of the day, everybody is their own person. So you're going to love one way, I'm going to love another way. That don't mean that we both going to be fucking sunshine and rainbows, with a pot of gold at the end. So no. It is what it is. All these questions is all about the difference in people, personalities, traits, lives, and how they do their thing. So
I feel it. Let me take a pause for the call. So, Puss C Talks. I see you, family. Yeah. Salute. Know what I mean? Y'all still want to build this religious thing. Okay, I got you. He says, should a known racist bigot be welcomed with open arms based on a good book? I guess I heard they got to repent first, from what I know. All right, that's what I'm just going to give you that one. They got to repent. That's what I'm going to give you. I'm no longer answering questions. She does serious about that too. He said, what is love? I mean, love is based on perception. That's what I'm saying. It's not really a real thing, I think. I think it's based on what you believe, that you believe love is.
Love is me. Love is kind. Yeah.
Don't be trying to quote scripture without quoting scripture. Blasphemy scriptures and all that, goddamn.
Yo, just see it, motherfucker. But nah, love is a well-rounded word, believe it or not. That's the name of her podcast, M3. Pussy Talks, every Thursday, live, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Stop playing with me. I'm the producer of that. Come on now.
Ooh, let's get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, salute.
CL, y'all make sure you check that out, yo. Make sure y'all go check that joint out. It's the projects, baby. You want to see some niggas go crazy? Go tap into it. Now, good conversation, great questions. That's definitely a podcast to check out. But anyway, back to the story at hand. Right. I forgot what we was talking about.
No, we talking about love being like your own perception.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has their different views on love. You have people that hate it, people who love, people I think that think they be in love, but they just in lust. It's people that haven't still in their life actually discover what love truly is. So that's a hard question. You know what I mean? But it's a well-rounded word. Love is everywhere. It's just on how you handle it and how you receive it and how you give it. That's it.
Yeah, but hold on.
Why I can't be a tree hugger today.
Because no.
Okay.
Okay, there's times when you are not in love, all right, and you just want something because you want it,
That don't
right?
have nothing to do with love. That's
But
called lusting.
Okay, but do you really know the difference, though?
You do.
Really?
When you get to it. If you have yet to reach that goal, you don't know what it is. So you think you done love Tom, Dick, and Harry all your life. And honestly, when you get to that person that really and truly show you what love is, you're confused and don't know how to handle it. Yes, 100%.
Okay, he said the love to lust.
Yeah, once I stop loving you, ain't no lust. If I was in love with you and I'm not in love with you no more, there's no lust. There's none whatsoever. I'm lusting over the next nigga.
Okay, but can love really be genuine? Is it really genuine, and is it really like, or is it based on conditions? Because it sounds a little bit like a little bit of based on conditions as well. Hold on.
What you mean based on conditions?
Like the love is conditional.
The only motherfuckers I love unconditional is my children.
Okay, let me take a call for the pause again before I continue my talking shenanigans. It's so true. Yeah, okay. Sure. I don't know which part is true, but just let us know.
Talking about what I said. What I said.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You just jumping in. You don't know that. You don't know that. Yeah. Well, listen, at the end of the day, right? You don't look, okay, love, like I said, when it comes to love, right, it's your perception and it's based on conditions. You know what I mean? You say you love your children unconditional, but there may be something they can do that make you feel differently at one point.
I'm not going to love my kids.
What I'm saying is that they could do an action that may make you feel different at one point.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to love my kids no matter what they do. May I dislike them at times? Fuck yes. But and that's the same as that's the same as in a relationship. You can love somebody with all your heart, but at times you are going to dislike that person because of something they have done. That's when you talk shit out. Figure it out. If you truly love somebody. Yes. Be easy. Yes. Savagely lustful.
Yeah, don't get her started on that shit. Oh boy.
Yes. But no, I agree. It is conditions to love because there's certain things you're not about to deal with. There's certain things you're not about to, but it's always going to be different no matter what. Every person is going to be different. You're never going to love somebody the same way as you loved another. So it's definitely on it.
Shout out to Harris Trout Media Group. Mr. He said, Mr. She said, what's good, family? You know what I mean? Peace. You know what it is, bro. Peace, God. You know what I mean?
Posting that clarity for sure.
He said, yeah, it's the homos kicking in that make people feel different to a post. Yeah, I mean, that could be a factor. You know what I mean? Let me let my man, Stan Joseph. Stan, what up? I see you with the glasses. I see you, kid. Look at him. You Stan looking clean. Look at him. What up, Stan? You ready for the springtime. Look at him. Oh, shit.
He came in heavy. Yeah. He came in with the, let me speak some knowledge to these kids real quick.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
What's going on, Stan? How are you
doing? Brother, what's good?
So you guys talking about relationships still? Or...
Yeah, we talk about love.
Whatever, bro. We here.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with Savage. Like, what's between two people in a relationship is just between those two.
That's how it should be. I mean, no matter what.
Yeah.
Should love, but go back to Be Easy, Joy. Should love be unconditional?
No.
That's what they say, but I don't agree with that.
No, there's no such thing as unconditional love. There's a limit. You're human.
You know what I mean? You definitely, I agree with you, Stan. You have your limits. There's no such thing as, again, the only people I'm unconditionally loving is my children. I have no choice, if you ask me. There's no choice but to do such things, especially if you want them to become great human beings. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have to
But
show
even
your
kids know
love,
they have a
but
limit. Even kids know.
they do. But they push it more than anybody.
Yeah.
They push the limit. I mean,
They'll
what
push it.
Rick Ross said, push it to the limit. They will push you until you just break, and then
Or
now
you
they're
just
looking
give
at
them
you
that
like,
stare down where they like,
and they're looking at you like, oh shit.
okay, I need to
All
leave.
right. But yeah, no, you when it comes to relationships, I don't think it's unconditional love. I just think you love that person as much as you can.
Yeah.
As much as you feel is you're comfortable with. You know what I mean? So
Or you
when
possibly could.
that part, because I feel like if you do something unconditional with a partner, that's when you lose yourself in somebody. And then once you lose yourself in somebody, it's hard as hell to come out of that. Now you got to figure out who you are all over again. So,
is it possible? The question is not unconditional love. The question is, can you grow more in love with the person as the years go by?
I think that's possible.
You know what I mean? Because like instead of like unconditional, like, well, can you grow more in love? Because I think a lot of times we have this saying like, well, when he or she turns 40, I'll just turn them over for 220s. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we don't even want to grow old with people. So like, what happens if you want to grow with this person?
Right.
Like, instead of seeking unconditional love, because I think that's something that only, now I won't get religious, that we can only seek from God or creator of the universe, right? So you can develop yourself.
Right.
So I don't think he wants us to seek that from anybody else, because God did say he's a jealous God. I'm just saying, just putting it out there, and whatever you believe in.
That's a fact. But that I absolutely agree with you. It's again like getting with someone and building that relationship. You got to build that love as well. So as you grow older, you grow fonder of someone. You know, they say the love grows fonder as it
Well, I haven't
age.
seen it yet. You know what I'm saying?
Me either, but I'm just saying it's somewhere. But I mean, not even just saying like going off of like trying to take it, but if you look at some of these old couples, right? Like not the nagging old couples, but like the ones that's so like cutesy. You see them, you like, oh, you wonder if that's what happened with them, right?
But you sadly enough,
75-year-old men still taking their wives out on date and making them get butterflies.
But here's the crazy thing about these older people, right? When they're in a relationship, some of them just met 6 months ago. So
okay, damn.
Oh shit!
All right, you got me on that one. That is true.
Yes,
that is true. But I'm talking about the ones that been married 50, 60 years. Damn it! I'm talking about the ones that been
married. Nah. They don't last that long. I'm sorry.
Yes, they do.
I'm saying that butterfly feeling don't last for 50, 60 years.
No, but it's
we humans.
I've actually interacted with an older couple that was, I ain't gonna say this day all the time, but he still did certain things that made her stomach flutter and get butterflies.
Wait,
he still was doing certain things.
Huh? Wait, he's a baby boomer generation?
Yeah, you know.
That explains it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when you see that, you wonder, does that still exist? And then you be like, "Fuck, no, it don't."
No, it don't.
Because look at the shit I done been through. We ain't even make it to goddamn.
We're not even
Christmas
there yet.
From January.
Generation X, Generation Z, Millennials, Generation Y, Generation Alpha. Let's just call it what it is. I think we're pretty much going to set ourselves up in the harem. Okay, you upset? You go home. I'm going up to Plan B real quick. Plan B.
I'll be back.
Let me go to Plan D. I'll come back to Plan B in October. Plan A.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'll see you at Christmas time. It's looking like we're just gonna be rotating around. That's what it's looking like. That's
So what do you think is the life, the relationship life? Like how long do you think on average nowadays a relationship lasts?
Whoo. Now we're looking at people who they can't even go on a date. I don't know what to expect from those people. I think from our generation, it could go 10, 20, 30 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think for the younger generation, you know, that 7-year itch, what I'm seeing is more people doing 2 years. And then we gotta like reevaluate. So that's where I'm seeing it now. Like, I think now we have to take inventory. Like, I hate to say it, because relationships should take work. I don't want to say
Right.
like it doesn't take work. It takes work. But that's when you guys sit down and talk about things and like, okay, what are we going to do for this? What are we going to do for that? And just plan stuff. You can't prevent everything that comes your way.
Right.
But I think if you really want something to last, you got to start asking questions like, hey, like, what is your pet peeves? What are things that you don't want to deal with?
I
What are
agree.
things that you're fearful of? And then just look every week, just go through it like, how was it this week for this relationship? How else can we do better? I think when we do things like that every week, because a lot of times even with our friendships, we start doing that with our friendship like every year, like, okay, what's your plan? What you plan on doing? Are you gonna work out? So why can't we expect that in the relationship? Because that's the most intimate, because you're together.
True.
So I think it's going to be a case by case basis, because not everybody, is going to live long, and it's not a bad thing.
I mean, I honestly, me speaking, after a while, I get sick of people. So that long ass relationship is crazy.
For you, a good relationship would be, they have to live in their own house.
100%.
Right?
And I'm gonna tell you why, though.
Why?
Honestly,
What?
because I lived with I only lived with two men in my life, right? And they're both my children's fathers. So the first one, I was young as fuck. I was still a teenager type thing, you know what I mean? So that I really don't include that. But now, like, I'm going through a divorce, so I live with this man for damn near 10 years.
Yeah.
It might have been some time he was out of the house, or what, we were separated or whatever. But that's a long fucking time. I like the fact that you could come over. I'm cool with you staying the night, but you could stay a couple days. After like day 3, you gotta go home.
Yeah.
I need my space
like
to recalibrate and come back.
Yeah,
but why? Why do you feel this way? Is it because of everything you've been through, like the hurts, the ups and downs that affected you? Are you jaded a little bit?
No, I just like my space.
84. That's exactly what's coming up for a lot of women. They don't want to have a man around the house. They don't want the smell. They don't want the pee on the floor. Like this one girl, she had 2 big dogs, and I'm just coming over, but she mad I didn't take off my shoes. I'm like, well, I didn't see shoes, nor did you give me instruction to take off my shoes. Right. But your dog just came up in here, like, they got mess everywhere in this damn house. When she said those are babies, and I'm just like,
oh yeah, that's wild.
And I'm just like, first of all, like, let's get this date over with, because I'm hungry. There's the only reason we go on this date, because I'm hungry, and I'm never gonna talk to you again after this. That's the only reason I'm taking you out, because I'm hungry.
Hey, let's take a pause for my man, Issa Man Williams. Issa Man, what's good, baby?
What's up, Issa Man?
And make sure y'all like and subscribe to all the content creators that y'all see in the chat, man. Pussy Talks, Issa Man Williams, Be Easy That Do, Knowledge Relationships, all the content creators, Harris Try Media. Show everybody some love, man. They showing me love, show them love as well. Like and subscribe. Go ahead, y'all.
But yeah, I'm with you, Stan. Like, come on, let's just go ahead and get this food and get over with.
I'm hearing this from women, like, in my job. They live with their boyfriends or their husbands. They don't like it no more. They like, I need him to go. Like, where his male friends at? Like, why he can't stay over there? And I'm like, what's going on? Y'all just moved in. I mean, like,
yeah. See, well, if they just moved in, that's because you didn't really get the feel before y'all. That's how like a we moved in too early type of situation.
But I think there's some people, like, there's some wives. They like, look, it's been 6 years. I can handle the kids. I can't handle him. I don't want to do his laundry. It's like you become a nuisance to the person you live with, and that's a scary thing as a man to hear it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, without them knowing it, I'm like, I already know it's not going to be good, because I'm getting the consensus from other women. They don't like a man just staying home. It irks some women to see him playing video games, even though he paid for everything.
Look,
watching the game. It just like irks a lot of women. But these are things that I think like we all have to be honest. Just like there's some women that actually love men being around, and those are great women. But majority of women I'm hearing from, they don't want men in their space.
Now that's not what I'm saying, right? I want to smell a man. I want you to leave your scent and linger that motherfucker around. But I do have to have at least one day to recalibrate myself.
Where you gonna stay? Where you gonna stay? Are you gonna put him in that 2 shed in the back?
We gonna get him a room. We gonna send him on a day vacation. Okay.
I ain't gonna say his name, but 84. There's a content creator. Like he does some of his stuff in a 2 shed. Like I be seeing he got his clothes in the back.
Oh no, nah, that's crazy.
Like his wife is
that's
don't do
wild.
that, Stan. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do
straight up. Like he's married to a white wife too. He's a brother. And she put him in that 2 shed. Whenever he act bad, it's like, oh great, he's doing another podcast in that 2 shed.
I can't fucking deal. Oh my god.
But that 2 shed.
Before I let Ida Man Williams, y'all wrong. Before Ida Man Williams speaks, right? I'm gonna say this, man. Look, to all you content creators making all this content about relationships and y'all ain't got control of y'all's, y'all gotta relax because we finding out stuff and we should be finding these things out. Stan, you wrong for that. You are so wrong for that, brother.
It's true. He's the one to make the content from his 2 shed. That's.
I can't.
What's up, Ida Man?
Can't bring black people nowhere. Ida Man was good, man.
Hey guys, but she's not wrong. It's actually proven that when a man goes out, because when I first started working and I was running my own business, I was working from the house, and I was just in my wife's space. And it is kind of like a mystery of men going out, them actually having the ability to miss you and to want you when you want to come back. But if you always accessible to your wife, I do think that she would get familiar. She might start asking you to do things, chores, not chores. What those things called? The
honey-do list.
Yeah,
honey-do list. Yeah. So the honey-do list start growing and all that stuff. So it is so. Now I'm not at nighttime. My wife gonna have to deal with me, so I don't know if she's trying to go that route. Saying that I had to go sleep somewhere else. Now, that's crazy.
No, I wasn't. Stan said it, so I was just going with him. He got to go to a hotel. I need a full day, like a shift, like 8 to 12 hours of just decompression and relaxation. And then you could come get in the bed and rub my booty. Like, here we are back together.
You want a robot? You want a damn robot? That's what you want.
No, I don't.
You want him to have his own bedroom?
Hmm?
You want him to have his own bedroom so you could get?
No, we got children, so kids need to be in them rooms.
So yeah, but it is right though. So like, for example, my wife have 3 days a week that I come get the kids. She go out. She kind of do whatever she want to do. She want to go get her nails done, and she want to go to the gym. She love going to the gym. I do think you got to give people their space, even when it comes down to kids, because eventually, even though they're your kids, you get tired of your own kids too.
Speak on it.
Oh, that's the truth. Because my mother used to say this to us. She say, "Look, if you don't give me this piece, you see that suitcase by that closet inside that hallway closet." And we like, okay. And then she always gave us a box. We have our own activity box. She's like, go to the activity box. Like, don't come to me. And let me tell you how effective this community box is. My brother, who's autistic, still goes to his community box.
Oh, shit. He like, nah, this was it.
But that's what she needed. She was like,
yeah,
I need I'm not your plaything. Stop talking to
so me as a parent, you know what I'm saying, as a full-time parent by myself, you know what I'm saying, a single mom, I definitely be in them at them times like, yo.
So but it's not just only you, because even Issa, his wife, wants him out the house.
Yeah, somebody come rescue
me. To-do lists, man, them honey to-do lists be like a scavenger hunt. I need you to go to the city, to Chinatown, to the ABC bakery, not the one on 4th Street, but the one on 46th Avenue.
you like they sell the same thing. What do you mean?
Nope.
That needs to give you a scavenger hunt. I be seeing people honey-do list. It be like a particular thing. I need you to go to Home Depot, 2 cities down, ask for this particular person because they know the paint I'm looking for. And I'm like, wait a minute. I think your wife really wants you out the house. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just like, oh, okay. She wants you out the house because you home all the time. Especially when people are retired.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Why are you here?
Shall be humble. Drive real quick. I'm using the restroom. Drive real quick.
Okay.
Cool. But no, I agree with you. When you like, okay, so let's take the pandemic.
Ooh.
Right? Where you were stuck in the house with your partner.
A lot of people got divorced and broke up because of that.
Right, because you realized things you didn't even know your partner did, the habits they had, you didn't know they got on your nerve as much because y'all was going to work, so y'all really only was seeing each other for a portion of the day. It wasn't 24/7 like that. You got to take that into consideration. Like, bro, you have to so when women be like, damn, babe, you don't want to go out with your homeboys, that's really for both of us, for you to get away from me and for me to have some space away from you. You gotta get sick and tired of a person at some point in time.
You know, I gotta catch you on something.
What's that?
Sometimes you guys prevent the men from going out with their homeboys, and their homeboys stop asking to go out, and then they're longer homeboys. That's number one. I gotta ask E. I got a question for you.
Yep.
Okay, so during the lockdown, how was it for you in your marriage? And then you got like, at that time, did you have 3 daughters or?
So before the pandemic, I only had 2 daughters. After the pandemic, I got 4.
You got 2 pandemic babies.
So we had 2 pandemic babies.
They didn't hate each other at all. They got it in.
Okay.
My 2 youngest daughters, one is 2 and one is 8 months. They're like really close in age.
Wow.
So pandemic was good. So I worked throughout the whole pandemic because I ran the business.
Okay.
So I was there. So the good thing about that is I really had a chance to see my 2 youngest in very young ages. Well, really my youngest, because I had a chance to sit still. So usually I'm out of the house. So me and my wife, we did all kind of stuff. We did like picnics. We did a lot of stuff throughout the pandemic. We even traveled. I know everybody went traveling.
Man, look, y'all made 2 kids.
They had fun during the pandemic, okay?
So because you gotta understand, traveling during the pandemic was so great. Like we would go to the airport, it was nobody there. You know, like
but the airport was open where you were at?
The airport was open for everybody. It's just they didn't tell everybody. Listen. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, the airport wasn't sitting people into middle seats. So the great thing about that, not sitting in the middle seat, you most of the time you might get a whole row by yourself. So we was like, so me and my wife, we don't fly by each other. That's just like. We don't. She get a seat somewhere. I get a seat somewhere, and we typically like that's just how we do it. Maybe because I snore and she try to sleep, but we like ever since we was dating, it's always been a custom that we don't have to sit by each other. Like we'll purposely pick our seats. Like even when we fly first class, I would try to sit on the opposite. So first class is left and right, right? I'm gonna try to be on the right. She's gonna try to be on the left, and we're gonna hope that the other person didn't buy the seat. So
that's smart.
No, I think their marriage be having fun. They be having fun in their marriage.
I like that.
They're like, excuse me, miss, can I help you with your bags?
Right.
so we had a really good time during the pandemic. We went to Mexico. We went to Georgia.
Wait, you went to Mexico during that time?
Man, we went to Mexico. Listen, I'm telling you, everybody was like, don't travel. They ain't going to let you back into the country. I had already made a plan. If I couldn't get back in the country, I was getting an apartment in Mexico. They had to let me come back eventually. You know what I'm saying? That was my mindset. And I knew it's cheaper for me. Like in certain parts of Mexico, you can find like not really apartments, but like Airbnb type thing, like $500-$600 for a whole month. So it wasn't like going to break the bank if I had to stay a whole month. but they let us back in the country. You know, they was a lot of that stuff was just fear. Talking about they let us back in the country. We had no problems. You know, it was a lot of BS that was going on. A lot of stuff that said was untrue. Like we didn't have to
I
take
believe
COVID
that.
tests. We didn't have to do none of that stuff.
Oh, that's
I
dope.
believe that 100%. But
I got a question for you. Because I just asked, you know, Savagely Humble this one. You say you snore, E the man. So if you guys, or when you guys become multi-millionaires, billionaires, right? And you get like a bigger place, are you guys gonna be that couple that have like 2 separate bedrooms?
No, so it's certain things you could do to stop snoring.
Okay.
And it's funny you asked this question because this was a big problem when me and my wife first got when we first got married. You know, but you know, it's certain things like I have a CPAP machine. So if you have a CPAP machine, the snoring goes away after maybe the first 15 to 20 minutes after you go to sleep because it kind of adjusts the oxygen and stuff like that. But no, like shoot, for I would say a couple months, it was not. We wasn't sleeping in separate rooms, but she would get up in the middle of the night and go sleep in our extra room. So we have a guest room. She would go. She would sleep in the guest room. It wasn't. She just couldn't sleep while I was snoring. So, and you know me, I respected that. I didn't trip about that. You know, I understood that she couldn't sleep. She had to go find. And then you gotta understand, this is right. Right, she just got a newborn, so the newborn keeping up, and I'm keeping up. It's just what didn't work, you know.
Okay.
A goddamn double whammy.
So she made the appointment. She said, "Hey, babe, I made this appointment for you to go see this doctor." Let me say, I already got it. Like she did everything for that appointment.
Wait,
Like
your wife took care of you?
Oh yeah, my wife take care of me. Like I tell people marriage is awesome.
Not staying looking like damn, well, where they at though?
Hey, you know what? I had a friend of mine who said like his wife was picking him up from work. I'm like, wait, they do that?
Yes, they do that. Oh my gosh. What kind of woman are you interacting with? This is ridiculous.
No, but I'm glad he said that. And I'm back. I'm glad he said it. I'm back. I'm glad he said it. Listen, because here's the thing, right? I think the marriage thing, right, just like any other relationship, is what it don't fit for everybody. Now, some people may agree with me, some people may not, but it don't fit for everybody. And I think because here's the thing, we are doing a marriage that we ourselves, like our people, did not create. We didn't create this, so it may work for some, right? But if it don't work for you, right, that's also a possibility as well. I just think you got to find where you fit in. Get in where you fit in as far as relationships and then make it work for you. Know what I mean? So if you need to be with 2 people, or if you need to have your partner live in another home, like Savagely Humble, they kind of sound crazy to me, but it is what it is. You didn't say live in another home. You just say that.
No, I said I agree with Stan when he said y'all will be good living in separate houses. That's cool. At some point, you're going to live with each other. Come on, let's just be real.
No,
let's
just
keys.
Be real. Both of you have keys.
But you're gonna live with each other. So I mean, at some point, y'all gonna migrate together. But I think
Humble. Listen, Humble. I know a lot of successful married people have 2 homes.
I know it exists for sure.
Here in Seattle, so basically, they didn't buy 2 homes. She owned her own property. He owned his own property before they got married, and it just didn't make sense for them to sell their property at the time. So it's really cool. I think it wouldn't work for me because I work so much. But like I see it all the time. They do 2 days at one person's house. They do 2 days at the other person's house, and they do 2 days to themselves. Now they don't have a kid.
Vacation.
I like that.
Kids. They don't have kids, so they're older, but it definitely works. Like it's crazy. Like the wife, she cleans up her house, and one day a week she go clean up his house too. Like so she clean up both of their houses. I think, and they actually travel separate too. Like he do boys trip, and I want to answer Stan's question about the guys because we kind of got distracted. But yeah, they do things separately, but they're mature. They're definitely mature. They're up in age. I don't think it works for like a young couple. But for like somebody who's in their 50s, I definitely can see that working. And
I'm
Mm.
here for it.
I wanted to address 84 marriage comment, right? So it's almost like doing business, right? It's easy. Let's talk about YouTube. It's easy to do YouTube if you have partners, and it's hard to do YouTube if you by yourself. And that's the same exact thing with that's the same exact thing with you marriage. I'm not saying that it's impossible. Like you could do YouTube by yourself, but I have just learned that people who partner up typically have somebody else to take part of the load. And I think that's what marriage do if you do it right.
Yeah, theoretically, yes, I agree with you. Yes, two is better than one. You know what I mean? But I think that our people have to define what that means for them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like we got to define what it means for us because we never done that. We just came to however we were either we were already here, we were brought to this country, however that means. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, and I'm gonna read whatever private chat I got in the back. Whatever that means, like, oh, I think Shan gotta go. Okay, he did have to go. Oh no, but he's back. All right. Um, Whatever that means, for anybody, like at the end of the day, we got to find what it means for us. Like, so that's what I'm saying. We gotta define relationship for us because we've never done that since this country has been established. That's what I'm trying
So
to say.
yeah, so you are right that traditional marriage and what we see is not for everybody, but marriage is for everybody. I think everybody, even if you in a poly relationship, everybody deserves to be with somebody at some stage. I ain't saying all stages of life, but nobody's supposed to walk this earth single and not have anybody. How that marriage look can be based off your beliefs, your all those type things. But I do think that we're not designed to live alone. Like even the people who want to live alone, they got somebody come scratch that itch every now and then. So it tells
Yeah,
them
of
that
course.
they do, need that person. It
Oh
just means
wow,
that
Shan. So are we saying that asexual stuff that's captain? That's what we saying?
yeah,
I don't know
I think
about
that
them.
I think you was talking, Stan, right?
Oh no, I just said I don't know about the asexual people. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
some.
yeah.
I'm gonna have some sex. So I'm love me some sex. So
Yo, this cat.
Wow,
Oh, shit.
interesting. I gotta introduce. You know what I mean? Hey man, look, this is the man with the plan, man. Without this man, I would not be streaming at all. You know what I'm saying? I definitely have to give, him his flowers, man, his beer, whatever he wants. I'm gonna give
Hey,
him
hey,
his
man,
cup.
no introduction necessary, man. No need,
You
no need.
know, you know what time it is, man. M3, what's good, man? Bill with us, brother. What's good?
All right, I'm gonna speak real quick because I think I might have an echo, so I do apologize in advance. But I just want to say, man, E McEda, man, is absolutely right, man. You know, Marriage is definitely a blessing, okay? It is, but it depends on who you choose, okay? Not only the person you choose got to have great character, but you got to have great character as well, so y'all can align together. I'm saying there's so many benefits, man, when two becomes one as a unit, as opposed to being alone and single. And look, I get it, right? All you manosphere boys is going to disagree with me. Y'all going to say, no, man, being single is life can get as many chicks or bitches as you want to. But half of
Mm-hmm.
y'all don't even get none anyway. So what's the point of even
Talk
having that
your
argument?
shit, M3. Talk your shit.
But M3, I actually don't think you have to have good character to be married. I think you have to have the same character. Because, for example, Bunny and Clyde, I think, was perfectly married together. They wanted to do some evil stuff, rob banks. Like, the idea is you need to find somebody that's the same that you, but you can't be in a situation that you hate you. Because if two bad character people get together and they make that marriage work, who are us to say that that marriage is not successful?
Mm-hmm.
But E-Man, right? I'm not talking about good care as far as like you gotta be like, both of you guys gotta be sweet angels or whatever, because y'all could be crooked like together and still have a good marriage. I'm talking about good care that aligns in your own personal values. You know what I mean? So whatever, and that's why I mentioned at the end, like as long as it's aligning, like it's all to the good. So no matter what type of character that you have towards other people, how they view you as, is that as long as that character align with you, that's what I'm talking about as far as good character. You know what I mean? But as
Yeah,
far as like marriage and partnership and all this other things, right? Like honestly, bro, like, you know, I wish everybody could just find someone that could just hold them down as much as they could hold them down. But too many people apply so much pressure, man, on just one man doing things alone, or a woman have to do things in a certain type of way, which is utterly ridiculous. And if you have those high, unrealistic type of expectations, it's no wonder why you're still single and stuck. You know,
Mm.
you just gotta find a person that's aligned with you. You know,
well,
and I feel like things will definitely go well.
M3 being single is a choice, right? Anybody, I think everybody can get in a relationship. I know for a fact that people feel like it's so hard, but everybody can get in a relationship. But you do have to accept the flaws of that person. Like it's certain things that my wife do that I don't like, and it's certain things that I do that my wife don't like. But what she realizes that she loves me, that we either can wait till things actually progress to get better, or we just say, you know what, this is who Humble is. Humble is the type of person who gonna speak her mind, and I can't change her. Like this is who she is, so I gotta find a way. I'm a big advocate of finding a way to fall in love with the person is and not who they can be.
Mm-hmm. I like that. If more people thought that way,
And that's
things would go a
realistic.
lot more better. You cannot change nobody for who they are. If you claim to love somebody, you gotta accept them for flaws and all, the way they are. You can't say you love me and then want me to turn into somebody completely different.
That's a
You don't love
goddamn
me.
lie. Y'all lying. That's a goddamn lie. Let me tell you something.
You don't love me.
If
If you don't love me,
no. Let me tell you something. If Holly Berry and Janet Jackson walked through that door, I would change everything.
oh
Okay,
my
I would change my goddamn clothes. Don't give me that bullshit. Yeah, I will change for a certain person. Don't give me that. Thank you, Sin. Don't give me that bullshit. Yes, you will change for somebody. You
I'm
damn
not
sure
changing
will.
for
But
none, nigga.
but 84, the change will be temporary. Listen, because
No, it won't. No, it won't.
we are creatures of habit. I'm telling you, we're creatures of habit. I see it all the time. When I counsel people, they put on a good show. It looks so good. They acted, they put their best representative. Let 6 months go by. Like who you are naturally comes out in the relationship. That's
Let me
just
tell you
what's true.
something. If Holly Berry and Janet Jackson walk through the door right now and they want me to listen to classical music for an hour, and I hate classical music, I'm listening to that shit for a whole hour. Shit, we can do 2 hours, goddamn it. You know
That's
what I'm saying? I would do
temporary,
it
like
for
he said. That's temporary.
no, ain't no temporary. That's for life. I'll do it for life.
But when you get
What?
in your car, you're gonna be listening to that music like, yeah, it's that trap stuff I like.
There's
I just
going
say
to be
when
a
they're not
moment
around
in
what
time
I'm gonna
you're
do.
going to slip
I'm gonna
up.
just say when they are around. When they want me to listen to classical music for 2 hours,
Oh
I'm gonna
my
do it. I'm
god!
here. Don't tell me
Shut
y'all know
up.
y'all change. You will change for the right person. Yes, you will. Yeah,
But
and
again,
for the right
that's
price.
temporary, like Edelman said. That's a temporary change. You're going to revert right back to who you are, like you said,
No,
when they're
no,
not
but
around.
there's a time and place to do it. I will go ahead and put my Miami go-go music, Doodle Brown at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
My hoochie
Wait,
coochie.
hold on. Let me ask this question, right, Mr. Best, right? Okay, let's give him the benefit of that. Like, okay, Mr. Best could change forever though, but at what expense though? Are you trading your happiness to change to be with that
Mm.
person? Because you know you're
Mm.
not going to be happy
Very
for
happy.
too
Talk
long.
your shit, M3.
I'm very happy.
Say,
Speak
That I
M3.
call cap.
say,
Cat,
say,
like
say
that
it
yellow
again.
one you got on in that picture. Cat.
Oh wow. You saying that because you ain't meet the one that you need to meet yet. You meet that
Is
one that
someone
hit on them
talking?
bells
If
and all
so,
them
I can't
switches
hear
and
nobody.
whooshes. You will say you gonna change. Don't give me that. You will change,
Look,
Saturday. Yeah,
look.
look at the
I ain't
face. Look at the
switching up,
face.
all right? I have not switched up. If I do, it's only a temporary moment of time until I get them dollars, though. But I would invest those dollars so I don't have to change for a long time for this person. Hell no.
I
M3,
got a
you's a fucking
question.
fool.
I got a question. And I know E had a question for me. So E, I'm going to ask this question, and feel free to ask the question you want to ask for me a while ago. Like, what happened to the whole thing about compromise? Because even though you two might have something similar. There's still something that's different, right? So what happened to compromising and understanding? So to say if Janet Jackson
That's the
did come
goal,
here,
Stan. Not
you know what I'm
change
saying?
forever.
And she like
What are you
classical
talking about?
music, but I was like, okay, let's compromise. I want you like play the classical music, but I want you to wear that thing you wore on Pleasure Principle and just
Oh yeah, Lord. Lord. Like Steve Harvey used to say, Lord.
Stan came with this. So this the compromise. So boom, check it. I listen to this classical music. You gotta walk around in that thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, that's what it should be. It should be compromising things, not telling me I have to change. That's where I'm not. We're not doing it now. I could compromise with you. We can sit here and goddamn negotiate terms and conditions, and this is what it's gonna be. But I'm not about to change my personality or who I am for nobody.
Yeah.
Yes.
If somebody say, for example, if somebody asks you to change a personality trait, that's not good. So compromise is, hey, check this out. I washed the dishes 6 times. Can you wash this on Saturday? That's a
Right.
compromise. It's more of an activity. But if you say, hey, I don't like how you laugh, or I don't like the way you talk, or I don't like the way you respond to certain situations, you're asking them to almost change their DNA. And that's not reasonable at all, in my opinion.
I agree with you, my friend. I'm with Eat a Man today. Me and Eat a Man is on the same page. Okay.
Whatever. You will change the right person. I don't give a damn what you're saying. Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
But at 84, that is the problem. What we see is people get into these marriages or they get into these relationships and they try to change them. And then what they realize 2 years later, damn, this is the exact same person I saw on day one. They just been putting on a good front to try to change. I think you should just accept them for who they are or you move forward.
That'd be mostly women. I mean, I'm sorry, women, but I gotta say that. But that'd be mostly y'all with that Disney World bullshit. Y'all be trying to have the Princess Diaries and all that come to life. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gotta really stop that. Look, you know what I mean? Oh, I already got my wedding dress and all that. Why you got a wedding dress for? You don't even have a boyfriend. Like, why do you have a wedding dress?
Those are crazies. Those are not us.
Well, okay, so a lot of your sisters is crazy then.
But 84,
my sisters.
But 84, it is men too. You know how many men I've seen get with a hoe and then try to change her from being a hoe? Nah, you knew that she was a 304 when you met her. So either you gonna set her hoish ways,
But either man, you know where they came from? They came from the movie.
What movie?
The Best Man. When he found Candy.
Oh, we got
and
Candy.
she was dancing. And he was like, "Oh my God!" He was like,
"Hey, Stan, listen, have you seen the TV show The Best Man?"
Yeah, and she still got them problems after this that second movie.
But listen, if you look at the TV show, it's a reason when they made the movie, they made him out to be the fool. And he was mad in the TV show because they said, hey, you was the fool that couldn't get a woman and you saved the stripper. So listen, if you want to play Captain Save-A-Hoe, listen, the one thing I can say about him, he accepted that she was a hoe.
But look what she turned out to be after the fact, though.
A hoe that was a wife.
Hey, no, she was a student.
Hold on. I got a question. I'm glad y'all talk about hoes. I have a question. Is hoe life for you? If so, if hoe is life, if so, come talk to me. Because I'm with the shits. Hoe is life, and life is hoeing. Come on and talk to Savagely Humble when you're ready.
You want the men that's hoes?
Fuck y'all talk about men, women, hoes is hoes, hoe is life. Live your life and keep it motherfucking pushing. Somebody gonna love you, baby. Somebody gonna love you, baby. Don't let them tell you otherwise.
But Humble, I'm saying this. Listen, if a dude want to be with a hoe, I'm okay with him being with a hoe. That's his decision. He got the right to choose with it.
Right.
But don't 3 years later be like, oh man, I'm mad that she's a hoe. You knew she was a hoe when you actually got with
Now, that's a fact, E. That's a fact. Please, fellas, if you get with a hoe, you know she a hoe. Don't try to change her. She a hoe.
And let
But
me
here's
talk
some
to
of the
y'all
hoes
women.
that
Hold
I
on.
do. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me talk to these women. Now check this
Yeah.
out. If you was messing with a dude who was messing with 4 or 5 chicks when you met him, don't think just because he put a ring on your finger, he's gonna stop flinging that Woodrow. He's not gonna stop. That's just who he is. Like I'm just such a big advocate of accepting a person for who they is. My mom always taught me when a person show you who they is, you should believe them. So
But
if he had
also in that
3
Absolutely
movie,
true.
though, but also in that same movie, the football player was that type of guy, and he became a one man's woman and
no, he
married
didn't.
her. Yeah,
Listen, no, he did. Let's look at the TV show. In the TV show, what was he doing?
he was
Soon as
Fucking
she
them
home.
got loose,
bitches.
He was
listen.
home
Soon as
afterwards, but his wife is dead.
no, but that's
He
the
was
point.
fucking
I'm
them
just saying
bitches.
it's still in his DNA. Even though it was the right woman, all these things. Soon as his wife died, you know what he did? He went back to knocking them down. He almost like he never lost a stride, Stan.
He
Stan, he
didn't.
went right back inside and started knocking them back down.
I'm just saying. People got the messages. Hey, I hear what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. But in that same movie, you seen it, and then also the light skinned one. I forgot his name. Quentin. And then Quentin was the biggest one of all, and he got married. So that's what I'm saying. Like the messaging, like there's this other messaging that this Black Disney comes in. I been calling
No,
it Black Disney. Black Disney comes in.
I do. Hold on. So Stan, I agree that a man typically after a while don't want to live that lifestyle. Like if you ever talk to somebody who's been married for a long time,
Really?
I'm just saying, dudes. I know dudes who was hoes maybe in their 20s, their 30s, but by the time they turned 50 and 60, they went in them streets like they was when they was younger. Like they eventually they kind of
But the
grew out
streets
of
came
that.
to them.
No, you become
The
James
streets
Bond
came.
with it at that point. You become James Bond. You become
Yeah.
Hitman. Like you select it. Like you shoot sometime. You don't shoot all the time. When you get 20, you shoot everybody. You shoot
If you go
everything
to
on the
New
block.
York,
You lighten the block up.
yeah, if you go to New York, them Dominican, Puerto Rican, Haitians, the streets come to their house. The streets.
Not the streets come to their house. Oh my God.
The streets become like, hey, Tio, like, who's that? Don't be worrying about that. That is my girlfriend, but she has a daughter your age. I can hook you up, but don't fall in love.
So Stan, hold on, Stan. No, Stan. So
Yeah.
you trying to tell me that you believe dudes 65, 70 years old still messing with these street women?
Yes.
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 Even man,
Oh.
I've seen it. I've seen it. I seen the ghosts of Christmas future from my life. And it's looked like I'm going that way. I had a great uncle who's like, he died, I think like in his 80s or something like that. He averaged, even in the wheelchair in his 70s, 5 kids a year. And you know what thing he told all the boys? He's like, hey, I want you to listen to me, okay? My English is not so good, but always remember, orange juice and peanut butter. Orange juice and peanut butter. And I'm just like, what? And he's like, and when they put you in the old folks home, all their husbands are dead, not you. I'm like,
Yo.
But Stan, listen, Stan, you gotta understand that was an anomaly. That he's an anomaly. He's not like all the 80 dudes knocking down all the 80-year-olds.
No, they dead. He's school is like they're dead. You have no competition. The older you get, the less competition you
I remember
have.
what I was talking about. Okay, so listen, hold on. So this is what I'm thinking, right? And I think this will make society better. Savagely humble, you know where I'm going. I think in society, we need...
No. Don't say it. Thank you.
Dang, I want to say it so bad.
No, he lying. He ain't got nothing to tell you.
I don't have nothing to tell you. I can't say it. Dang it.
Text it to me. Maybe I can say it.
No, nobody said it.
All I'm
No.
gonna say is that Stan's relative, he was right. You need to be active. I think if we are just more active on a regular basis, right? You know what I mean? You know, it'll help society. It will help the world to be a better place. You know what I'm saying? It will. I think that's why people are so frustrated, because we're trying to follow these rules, and I can't touch, and maybe I should or I shouldn't. No. If the feeling is there, like Marvin Gaye said, let's get it on.
Yeah, hey, I said 84. I agree that a blowjob is safe. Like, think about that dude who shot up, like the dude that shoot up the mall. Imagine if he had a girl just suck his dick that morning. He'd be like, you know what?
Shut them all up.
He was like, you know what? Shit, he ain't even that serious, man. They ain't really do that much to me to make me go this crazy. Most of the people who do crazy stuff is sexually frustrated. So I agree.
Isn't there a movie coming out about that where the parents actually brought their son a girlfriend, or like I won't say not escort, but actually, yeah, there's a movie coming out. It's one of the Jennifer actresses. She was in The Mockingjay, but she acts as the girlfriend to this dude who's socially awkward, and the parents pay her to be his friend, so he can have an awakening and just like man up a little bit, because you know it does happen.
Oh wow.
I think
it does happen.
Hey, so Stan, so when they come out with these realistic sex dolls, right? Because I was watching the movie. Speaking of movies, right?
Oh, it's already out.
Huh?
They're already out. So these sex dolls, I'm ahead of you, my brother. But go ahead, ask the question. I got the answer.
No, so
I'm sorry.
I mean, like a sex doll.
Hold on. We gotta address this comment from my sister, from Motherhood Since Marijuana. You know, Kia Storm. You know what I mean? Kia Storm, what's going on, family? She said, "What I hate is a man holding an old hoe behavior of a woman head." LOL, like I'm not her anymore. Listen, you may not shoot. Listen. You may not shoot the same sister, but yo, look. When you like to shoot, you like to shoot. You know what I'm saying? When you like to relax, everything. We like to shoot. You like to shoot. You know what I mean? Since you can come up, you can come up. You know what I mean?
Could it be like we're not holding it over your head? It's the fact. I want to do an African proverb. It's the fact that you have stopped being the whore when you got with me. You got me that way.
Damn.
Why you stop keeping me that way? You have introduced me to things that I have never experienced before. Now you stop. Now I have to show faithful to nothing.
No, you got with that hoe and you wanted her. You like, baby, I want you to be mines and mines only. Fuck them other niggas. You mines
and I'm saying,
now.
These hoes, they skillful, right? Up here, like licking your earlobes. You like?
Let me tell you something. Once a hoe, always a hoe. You could repress it. You can push it to the back of your mind. But one for smooth nigga, and my hoe is in front place. Just understand.
Here's something about the hoes we got to talk to the hoes about. Look. Protect the person that's not the hoe. It's just that easy. If you're doing hoish behaviors, protect your boo. That's your boo thing.
First of all, that's for men and women. So please, let's make sure we make that clear for you hoes.
So Stan, hold on, Stan. Hey, Stan, you're talking about two different things. Men don't want their women to be hoes, but men do want their women to be sluts. See, a hoe and a slut is different things. A hoe is somebody who go out and have sex with anybody, and typically for monetary gain. A slut is that one who do that little freaky thing you like that you don't tell nobody about. Like, you know that little thing. So that's So I don't think every man wants you to continue to be a hoe, but there's
some of them that do. But we call them a different name. We call them cocks, but that's another subject.
But either man, I'm with you. They definitely don't want you to be a hoe no more, but they want you to keep all them hoe traits and use them on them.
See, one thing I don't like is humble. Is if you was a hoe and you was sucking my dick from the back, and then now you done got saved, and now you want to do missionary.
Now you
no.
I'm with you, E. I'm with you. Don't change up now, bitch, because you done found the Lord. Keep sucking my dick the way you were sucking it before you found Jesus as your Lord and Savior.
No, mind you, the Bible give you permission too. The Bible said the marriage bed is undefiled. He said
my God,
that.
listen.
So you
Just
can
because you
continue.
done found God don't mean you stop licking my balls the way you licking my balls.
Drain these balls.
Just because you found God don't mean you stop licking the way you was licking. Don't go sideways, nigga. Keep going up and down. Like, what are we doing here? You was eating my whole body. Now you only want to eat me, boy. Bye.
Do the Lord's work. He said the two should become one. But E, what was the question you have for me? Because I gotta go in a minute.
Hoes, they experience.
I wanted to answer your question. So we got sidetracked, and you was asking me the questions about hanging out with the guys, right?
Yeah.
So I think hanging out with the guys is healthy if they encourage positive behavior. So I got two groups of friends. I go back to Georgia, I have some friends that's savage, and I don't understand why, but for some reason we get into some stuff that I don't supposed to get into, right? Then I have
these are stories, huh?
Yeah, so it's like some people I go in town, like I ain't gonna even let him know I'm in town because I let him know in town. I already know. But then I got friends that got
wait. Before you go, do you have a Patreon that tells these stories? If so, put the link in the box. But go ahead.
No. I have such a successful marriage. I would not be disclosing those Patreon things ever.
I'm about to put in the comments. I got a hot I got a podcast that you see in ass and titties all the time.
So then you got like some healthy relationships. Like I got like my best friend. I know we can go out. Even if I wasn't in the right mind, he would have my best interest. So I think it's okay to have friends, but the thing is, most wives know your friends. They know if that person's going to be a positive influence or a negative influence. But a wife can't stop you from hanging out with either one. As a man, you got to decide that you're not going to hang out with them.
Yeah, there's some friends I don't hang out with because I know they're going to go to jail. Because I'm like, yeah, partner, like, I will meet you at Checkers. When I'm back home in the South, I'm like, nah, we'll be at Publix. We'll meet up for lunch. No. Because you do car chases and whatnot. I can't.
Like, yeah, I got a homeboy right now. When I was just back in Georgia, and he pulled up, and he was like, "You want to ride?" I said, "You know, I don't want to ride. I'll walk, bro. I'll meet you."
Oh, damn.
Even if I gotta get up, even if I gotta hop on the bus, and I don't even ride the bus, I'd rather ride the bus than me ride with you because I know what you on.
Yeah, there's some people, I'm going to say it, Dade County. I ain't going to your house. Y'all know full well I'll never go to your house. And we all know why. And I watch Claws. I just don't want to be part of Claws. I'll leave it at that. Because there's I don't want to know your friends, because you know the secondary friends, like the friends of your friends, and then they trying to come and talk to you, and savagely. It's like, who are you? Don't talk to me. I don't know you. You're like, no, we're not.
So I do got a question before you leave, Stan. So what would it take?
Go for it.
What would it take for you to get married in 2024?
I am in the marriage. Do I have to marry one woman though?
You can marry. I ain't saying you can marry who you want to marry. I'm just saying.
See, for me, where I'm at with that whole marriage stuff, I'm like Doctor Who. It's like how many companions I'm gonna get out of this life, and that's where I'm at. I'm sorry. It's like a lot of women like they mad at me because I'm here for a good time, but like when you've been a square and you did things the right way and it just didn't turn out right, and then you just accept it and you go with the flow, and the flow seems to be 10 times better than the way I was before. Before I was a simp and I wanted to fall in love and all the other stuff, and I was getting the crazy girls, and I'm just like, okay, God, I'm not used to no good girls. So I will never like date a good woman because I don't know what I'm gonna do to her. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, for 2024, like I know some chicks already told me E and Savagely Humble and Mr. 84 what they're gonna do to me was like they're gonna hit me with a club and I'm gonna wake up married. And that's what I've been told a lot this year.
Well, I see why you don't want to get married, because if somebody told me they was gonna hit me across the head and marry me, I would be a little skeptical.
Yeah, I would definitely. What?
No, I got told that. They like, oh, I had one girl told me like, you having too much fun being single. Here's a drink, and I'm just like, why would you say that and give me a drink? So no.
How about you drink it first?
Not you drink it first, jeez.
Nah, look.
I had some women, they wanna. You gotta sell me on a dream. You just gotta sell me on a dream when it comes to a relationship. I think we jump into that, right? But you're not a girlfriend. We're not girlfriend, boyfriend yet. For me to see, like, do I want you in my life forever? We haven't gone there. You just went into, I like you. I see what I want. I know you could breed some beautiful kids. I've seen the product. And we're gonna go. And I'm just like, I'm not a woman. Like, why are you gonna come at me? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna pay my parents, a diary. Like, what's going on? You didn't even ask me about me and what I like.
What about me?
Yeah, and that's all I asked for. E the Man in 84. Like, sell me on the dream. Have me miss you. Have me want it. But just don't jump into that. Like, that's not something I think about. That's all. 84 Don? Wait. Where he at?
Yeah, well,
Man.
That's all I want.
Man, thank y'all for rocking with us, yo. This has been another rendition of E the Man is back. Okay. Yeah, it's raining out here on the West Coast, man. It's raining hard this week, but it's about to clear up on the West Coast. But man, salute to everybody who came to support. You know what I mean? I say everybody in the building. Support all the content creators. Talks with Todd, Kia Storm, Mother Sex, Marijuana. Support her and Ruby and Ruby as well. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Support everybody, man. Support everybody. You know what I mean? E the Man Williams, support his content too. You know what I mean? Support Savagely Humble, Stan, all of us, man. Support all the content creators out here. Show us some love. We got a lot of dope content coming y'all way. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, anybody have any final thoughts I can chime in? After that, I'm gonna close this thing out.
Yeah, so I'll just say this right here is don't let nobody dictate what marriage look like to you, If you decide y'all want to do threesomes, foursomes, menage a trois, all that kind of stuff, I think that's just on you guys. And whatever y'all do agree upon, I think really is the thing that'll take things to the next level. So I think marriage for everyone, though. Yep, get married, come to an agreement, and y'all can live y'all best life.
Definitely. Salute. Savagely Humble, any final thoughts?
Hoe is life. Keep hoeing. Stand strong. 10 toes down. I'm out.
Oh my gosh. With that, y'all. We gonna see y'all next week. Oh yeah, also, hold on before she go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. This is her birthday weekend, y'all.
Big torch. Understand.
Show Savagely Humble some love. You know what I mean? Send a cash out. No joking. You know what I mean? Show some love. You know what I mean? Yeah, show some love, y'all. Definitely, man. Happy birthday, sis. You know what I mean? We definitely love you. You know what I mean? Salute. You know what I mean? Enjoy your birthday weekend.
About to be on somebody's beat looking fun.
Okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all. Hey, thank you for checking out another episode. You know what I'm saying? It's a Savagely Intellectual Soapbox, episode 5. All right, we will be back next week. I might be doing a little something this weekend too. I don't know. I'm going to see who wants to come through. You know what I mean? I'm going to see what's going on. But that being said, y'all, we are out. Peace.